Alright guys, so we are about to get the grand finale for this year's Legends Festival 2024, and in today's video, I'm going to give you guys my personal tier list of all of the Legends Festivals and explain why some are better than others. But the most serious question I'm going to ask you guys right now, and I want you guys to comment down below, can this year's Legends Festival with Part 3 make a comeback? Yes or no? If they can make a comeback, what would they have to do for Part 3? I have something in mind, but I do not think they're going to do it. I'm going to discuss that in just one bit. You guys already see the tier list here. I'm explaining to you guys why some are ranked, above others. So let's not waste any time, guys. And by the way, if you do enjoy the video, want to keep getting updated here 24/7, everything Dragon Ball Legends, Legends Festival, and beyond, just simply like and subscribe. And you guys already know I got you guys covered. So let's start off with S tier, okay? So Legends Festival 2021 is my best Legends Festival, okay? And the reason being why is for multiple reasons, okay? Number one, the main reason is they introduced triple the Z power. We've never seen this coming back, and they should 1000% bring this back just for the Legends Festival. This is what made the Legends Festival. I mean, you got to separate your big celebrations versus your non-big celebrations, right? We get double the Z power rates at normal, monthly banners. This needs to be a staple going on forward with, every single Legends Festival, in my personal opinion. You can't just bring out two banners and say this is, what makes the Legends Festival the Legends Festival. You could just take a look at the Legends Festival sales this year. It's been absolute garbage. They just brought out this one sale I don't even want to discuss. If you guys know, you guys know. But triple the Z power rates, and this is the first time they ever introduced a tag unit as well. And of course, all of these characters were pretty good for the most part. Sword of Hope Trunks was amazing as well. And, of course, it was only separated into two parts, which, rightfully so. The part one was technically two parts because it was such a banger. And then, of course, they introduced Ultra Super Gogeta, which just got his Platinum equipment, which was the first ever summonable Ultra. So, to me, this definitely deserves the S tier spot at the very tippy top. Now, a very competitive, it's very neck and neck, which I would say last year's Legends Festival. The only reason why I say that is because every single part, they pretty much nailed it. There's only one thing I have wrong with last year's Legends Festival is it was one of the best celebrations in Dragon Ball Legends, including all of the anniversaries, right? The 6th anniversary probably takes the cake, but honestly, last year's Legends Festival was absolutely phenomenal. If we just take a very quick look, I mean, it was pretty much, they were firing off on all cylinders, right? We got a transforming beast Gohan, which was phenomenal. And then after that, at the same time, we did get the Evolution Bros, which both of these characters were really good, right? It's just that Beast Gohan lasted a lot longer. Power Creep catched up to the Universe Ret Bros, but they were good. It wasn't like this year where, Gohan Black was just absolutely bad from the gate, And then, of course, Part 2, we ended up getting Games Original introduced. The only issue I had with Games Original, though, was the format with the Goku and Bardock. But the concept of itself of Games Original, which they still haven't tackled, unfortunately, is amazing, right? It makes endless opportunities, but they haven't taken advantage of it yet. But the banner format for the Goku and Bardock is the only bad thing about last year's Legends Festival. And then, of course, we got Ultra UI Goku, which is extremely hyped. So they nailed it on. I think they almost nailed it. I would give this like a 90%, which is amazing, right? I mean, this, Goku and Bardock, their own unique little story. And then, of course, UI Goku. And by the way, guys, we're not going to be mentioning Shallot, anything Shallot related here. This is just strictly banners, okay? So going into A tier, I would have these neck and neck tied. Of course, 2020 was the first introduction into the Legends Festival, which, of course, it was still rolling out, so we didn't have 3 parts at that time, very much so like 2021. But the thing with which was so cool about 2020 was the fact that it was just really hype, right? It's the first time we saw UI Goku and the Pride Troopers itself. We got Jiren. I remember this like it was yesterday. Everybody was extremely hyped. And of course, and then we got a double LF down here with Gogeta and Broly. So absolutely phenomenal banners. And side characters like Dispo, Topo was great as well. Just a great banner overall, right? And that's why it deserves an A spot here. And then 2022 is also pretty good. 2022 kind of just missed the part with part 2. So let me just explain really quick. So the Super Saiyan 4s were pretty hype and good at the same time, as well as Android 17. He was phenomenal. I mean, one of the best characters in the game at the time, right? Really good 1% sparking. And then part 2 really dropped the ball just because of, which I do think is pretty cool, which was Father-Son Galagun. And they were pretty solid. They weren't bad like Goku Black this year, right? But this Zamasu here, this blue Zamasu, the 1% sparking, lasted so long. He was staple for so many powerful opponents, region teams. He was just very good for so long, man. I still have PTSD from this guy's key reduction, right? And defense, and, you know, you guys get the point, right? He was really good. And then, of course, we got Ultra Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta for part 3. So, solid, right? Solid. Now, what would, okay, the question, like I said at the very beginning of the video, what would Dragon Ball Legends have to do to make 2024 not a piece of garbage? I put, this is just B here because I just took a screenshot of a tier list and just slapped on the Legends Festival logos on top of it, but this would be F. I would rate this not an F, but so far I would rate this Legends Festival, I would say F is too harsh. I would say D+, which is still very bad. Not even a C-, right? For multiple reasons, right? Which we're going to get to in just one bit. I just want to ask you guys, what would make a comeback? So this is going to be really far-fetched, and I do not think it's going to happen. Would probably be either two things. It would be a Games Original Beast Gohan and MUI Goku. This would be hype in itself. Ultra MUI Goku tag Beast Gohan Games Original with their own story. Really freaking hype, yes. Or, hear me out, 2 Ultra Banners. Wait, before you scream at me through your screens, because I don't agree with two Ultra Banners. Nobody can afford that, right? Except for whales. 2 Ultra Banners, but double the Z power, right? So it's 4,000 Z power drops on both. So you pretty much just need to, you know, pull 2. Or maybe they could drop it at 3,000 Z power each. So you would need to technically just pull 3 copies of the character, right? To max them out instead of 5. So they could do that as well, right? Increase the Z power drops for these characters. So it's technically, you know, really hype, 2 Ultra Banners, but at the same time, it doesn't take that much crystals to max out the character. I think that's a pretty good start. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good little idea right there, but don't know if they're going to do it, man. They need to do something to get themselves out of this hole. Let me ask you guys, what would you want to see, or what would make them get out of this tier I put them in here, right? The D+ tier. Right? S, A, and then there's a big gap, right? There's no B, there's no C, there's just a D+. Forget about this B right here. I'm just explaining that this is D+. What would make them, like, even in A tier? I think it's too far gone, guys. They didn't give Goku Black the Freezing Goku treatment, which I think was needed. I don't care what they said, like, oh, we're never going to bring this back. I don't care. I think it was needed. Vegeta Blue is obviously amazing, but these characters also feel like it's just a regular transforming character, right? And boom, that's it. That's all we got, right? And one of the banners was absolutely bad, right? Which was the Goku Black, right? LF. Besides that, part 2, nobody expected that. And I do think this year's Legends Festival did take a hit just because they're focusing really strongly on Daima. So all of their resources, and once again, it's not an excuse, but this is reality. All of their resources are going into Daima instead of this Legends instead of like fully focusing on this Legends Festival, right? We got 3 Daima banners in less than 3 months, and they're probably working on more Daima banners as we speak. Probably a mini Vegeta versus Tamigami number 2 coming out in the very near future as well. So yeah, comment down below. This is my tier list. I completely endorse I agree with this tier list. Of course, I made it. It's a quick little joke, but yeah, guys, comment down below. Do you guys agree? What would you move around? Comment down below. I mean, of course, at the end of the day, this is all opinion based, but as a player that's been playing this game for 2,000 plus days since day 1, yeah, this is my personal take. So yeah, guys, I will be scheduling a live here on my YouTube very shortly for the live stream, so we can watch the Ultra reveal together for part 3 in a watch party. So keep those notifications bell on, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one. Peace.